Hey guys, it's TheNappyGoddess. Welcome back to my channel, and today I will be doing a review on Netflix's Sex Life. So we're first introduced to Billy Mann, who is the main character. She's a suburban housewife with 2 kids, and she's bored. And on top of that, Billy is extremely, the H word that rhymes with corny. She's extremely that. So Billy's remedy for that is to journal. And boy, did she journal. Billy journal her pent up frustration as well as her boredom. And basically, in her journal, what she was doing is fantasizing about her amazing sex life with her ex, Brad. Now, Brad. Let's get to Brad. Netflix, I have questions regarding Brad. Like, don't get me wrong, Brad is fine. Brad is the quintessential toxic ex-boyfriend. He's the typical toxic ex-boyfriend. You know, if you reminisce on your ex-boyfriend who's toxic, he is fine. He's free-spirited. He just makes you feel alive, and that's how Billy felt when she was with Brad. She felt alive, she felt daring, she felt sexy, and that's what she's currently lacking in her current relationship. However, like all toxic ex-boyfriend, them have issues. They have issues, and Brad has daddy issues. And Billy called, the first time Billy met Brad, she basically called it out. She knew what it was.
With that hair and those rings, that you didn't have a lot of trouble with your feminine side. So, daddy dearest, it is then.
I mean, she's a psych student, so I guess you could read into the whole Brad persona, bad boy persona. Apparently, Bradley is the best sex Billy has ever had, and she even wrote it in an article. Like, she dedicated an entire psychology article to Brad's penis. That's if your woman not dedicate nothing to your sex game, then men, what are y'all doing? Let's get to Mr. Cooper. Let's get to Cooper. Now, just like how Brad is the quintessential ex-boyfriend, toxic ex-boyfriend, Cooper is the quintessential nice guy. He's the perfect husband. He loves Billy. He tends to Billy. He loves his kids. He has a good job, and he's fairly attractive as well. However, Cooper, D game is weak. Anyway, Cooper found Billy's journal and poorly mimics what she was writing about with Brad. Poorly mimics, try to recreate her sexcapade with Brad. Eventually, he found out that she was writing about her ex and got completely turned off, like any man would. Yeah, and Billy, she does love Cooper. Cooper is her typical guy, her ideal guy, you know? That's the type of man she wanted Brad to be. Yeah, Cooper is that guy, except him just can't. Now, me personally, I think Cooper was way too nice. Like, yeah, you're a nice guy, but you're way too nice. And Cooper is a perfect example of why nice guy finished last. Like, Billy, your wife, was reminiscing about her sexcapade with her ex-man, writing it in her journal. Like, to me, that is what we call gateway cheating. Yeah, me call that gateway cheating. And gateway cheating is when you fantasize about another woman. An example of gateway cheating for me would be porn. You're fantasizing about another man while you're a married woman. Yeah, young Brad have history and whatever, but that's cheating. And she was writing it, so basically it's like she'll try manifest it, you know? Like, I know you're the woman, you're bored and you horny, but damn sis, damn. You know, so for me, Cooper is way too nice. I would have to nip that in the bud real quick, and I know another man would not put up with that. So Billy, yeah, you lucky sis. You're lucky say you may get. Cause these Jamaican men, shit. Your ex-man? And he's still alive, sis? You're writing about your ex-man and he's still alive? Yeah, Jamaican men, nope, 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 nope. Cooper is nice to the point that he had the opportunity to do what Billy was doing to him because his boss was literally handing him the pee. She was like, here, take it. And he was like, no, I love my wife. Yeah. Whatever me and Billy is going through, we gonna get over it. Da 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 da. Yeah, let's get to Sasha. Let's get to Miss Sasha. Now, Sasha is the cool, rebellious best friend of Billy. During the time when they were both psychology PhD student, and they were living their life in the city. They shared everything, including men. So when Billy found out that Brad, her ex, is currently sleeping with Sasha, she basically had to just, take it like a champ, be like, okay, whatever, we share everything, and including man. So it's whatever, you're still my best friend.
Regardless, ex-boyfriends are just off limits to friends. I mean, that's just like the rules of feminism.
Let me tell you, like, to me, these series on Netflix, well, these nowadays series, they're so far from reality. Far from reality. I don't know if this is happening in white people world, but in black people world, we don't do these things. We don't screw our best friend ex-men or current man. Like, we don't do that. Or maybe we do. But when she found out Sasha was sleeping with Brad, presently sleeping with Brad, she was like, it's whatever, and she still go to Sasha and tell Sasha her problems, and like, I'm not over Brad, I'm still thinking about Brad. And Sasha's like, what about Cooper? You have a good life with Cooper, this is what you wanted, you live in the suburbs, da 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 da. And Billy's like, yeah girl, but I'm horny. So Sasha is like, girl, you can't put your ex in front of your present life. Like, you have a good life in front of you. What are you doing? Now, throughout the series, Billy poorly, I stress poorly, tries to convince Cooper that she doesn't have feeling for Brad. She doesn't have feelings for Brad anymore. Brad is not the one. He is the one. And me personally, I think if Cooper tried harder where the sex is concerning in their life, then Billy would be somewhat satisfied, because throughout the series, to me, whenever he tries to recreate what she's writing, that's when she's having a lot more fun with him, especially in like the pool scene. However, I do think it's manipulative of Billy to be writing about her sex life, about her ex, and still continue writing knowing that's what her husband is trying to reenact, and she not even business. She just smiles and goes along with it. Like, who does that? The breaking point for me was when he tried to recreate the car scene, and he's like, oh, I just can't do it. Like, like, Cooper, like, yeah, that was cringing. I think the writers tried very hard to justify that Billy was in the right and tried to justify Billy's action. Billy, there were other ways in which you could communicate to Cooper that you weren't being satisfied, instead of writing about your ex-man and then have the nerve to say, this is what a sweetheart does. He reads your journal and use it as instruction. Girl! That's just my opinion, but chemistry does not lie. I mean, Billy and Brad's chemistry was on point, to the point where, like, I was wondering if they were together in real life. Did some research, found out that they're together in real life. If you go on Sarah Shahahi, I think that's how her name is pronounced, that's Billy. If you go on her Instagram, then I think you can see pictures of her and Brad. And I'm like, all right. So throughout the series, we see where Brad and Billy, they basically reconnected. Brad tries his hardest to win back Billy, and Billy Billy low-key want back Brad. She wanted back Brad, but she didn't want to lose Cooper as well because she loved Cooper. So she said Cooper had, like I said, Cooper had the opportunity to cheat on Billy, and he basically turned down his boss because he loved Billy and he wanted to work on the issue that they had. My thing is, throughout the series, yes, Cooper wanted to work out the issues that they have, but you didn't really see him trying. Well, you did, but the way they go about it, the way he went about trying to work out their issues, that was lame. Like, I don't think as a man you're supposed to ever take that route to please your woman. Like, he knew Billy was writing about Brad, and he still continued trying to recreate what Billy and Brad had. To extend how sad Cooper was, he ended up approaching Brad saying, oh, you know, he can see the chemistry between him and Billy, and he's basically giving Brad permission to be with Billy as long as he's willing to take care of Billy and the kids. That's the only thing that will make him move on, as long as Brad will take care of Billy and the kids. And Brad is like, yo, Billy loves you. Billy wanted me to be the guy that you are. I am it. Brad is the type of guy who runs from reality. Anytime things get too hard, he's always running, and that was Billy's issue with Brad in their relationship. Brad was always running. Whenever it gets too hard, he started an argument, and he basically tried to chase Billy away as well. And Coop versus Cooper, who's the type of person who stays even when it gets ugly, because like I said, a lot of things that Billy did. Cooper, you're a very strong man. I'm saying nice guy finished last, but Cooper has more strength than Brad, because like I said, Brad won't put up with half of the shit that Billy was doing. Anywho, so Brad's like, yeah, you're the guy she wants. She don't love me like that. She even told me da. I don't see Brad being the type to take care of Billy's kids, another man kid. I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't see. He probably did. He wants Billy, but he probably don't want the baggage that comes with being with Billy. Now, guys, I honestly don't want to ruin the end, but in the end, Billy, you know, at first you would think that, all right, she chooses Cooper, she's staying with Cooper. Cooper won. No, Billy went to this conference about that Sasha had, and I don't know, she started missing Brad. She didn't want to settle. She didn't want to just cop out. So Billy left home and ran to the city and went to Brad's apartment. And I think that part of the series basically indicated that she's saying, why should I just choose one life? Why should I just choose one man? I can have both. Why should I not be happy? I can have best of both worlds. I can have the happy husband and the good sex. I deserve that. Regarding the acting, now I think Sarah, let's call her that. I think she did a very good job playing Billy. I think she did a good job playing Billy. Cooper, the actor who played Cooper, he did a good job as well. Brad, I have questions for Brad. Now, I don't know if it's just me. Brad did an okay job, but there are parts of this series where Brad smiled when he wasn't supposed to smile. At least that wouldn't be my reaction. There's this part when Brad first sees Billy. This is when she's grown, she's a wife and all of that, and they're seeing each other for the first time in a long time. And this is at Sasha's house after him finish smash Sasha, and he sees Billy, and he's coming out of Sasha's room with a smile on his face. Now, either Brad is very smug or like I'm happy for see her, but considering the situation, why would you be Like, why would there be a smile? I was expecting like a surprise look. I was expecting more of a surprised expression versus a smile. Like, me I say, Brad, what you smile for? Guys, this is just my opinion on this series. Now, first of all, Netflix, if you're not turn into a porn site, you should just say so. Just let me know, because most of your content, I don't know if like before pandemic, I don't know, I think before pandemic, most of something them never so sexual to me, but since the pandemic hit, everything sex, like, oh my god, Netflix, oh my god. But regarding sex life, this series basically highlights adults with their midlife crisis and how they miss sex, and how whenever you get older, your sex life just come to a crash landing. And it's even highlighted how adults try to spice up their sex life. I don't remember what them name, but the parent, the disgusting mother, and the guy who works with Cooper, they try to spice up their sex life by having swingers parties and orgies, and they host sex parties at their home. That's what it is. Yeah, they try to spice up their sex life by hosting sex parties at their home, and they get to sleep with other people and all manner of evil. If it comes to this, I don't know, to me, if my relation gets to a point where I have to like have sex parties and sleep with other people, probably we're not for that. Maybe we're not supposed to be together, you know. And I won't say this is not reality, because you do hear about this type of thing happening in other people's relationship. For example, T.I. and Tiny, how they open their bedroom to other people. Maybe the sex get boring, I don't know. So I won't say this is not reality. However, for me, the non-realistic parts about this series is the ending, where Billy is like, oh, why not have both? Because that's contributing to my happiness. Baby girl, that not gonna contribute to your happiness. And if there will be a season 2, because Netflix dropped season 1 but never them not pick up back season 2, if there's a green light for season 2, I feel as if you will see like a little open relationship thing going, but still Billy will not be happy. That's just my perspective. And of course, Cooper is not that type of person. He wanted a monogamous relationship. Monogamous, that word. So I don't see this open relationship working. Maybe just a season 2, but I think by the time this series is supposed to wrap up, Billy will have to choose either Brad or Cooper. So yeah, it was cute. It was cute for what it was. I just decided to do a little review. I did a poll saying Brad or Cooper. Most of you ladies, that is, chose Cooper. And for you who choose Brad, I feel as if the ladies who chose Brad, they're the type who still stuck in the fantasy land, the good dick, and not really so much of reality of what it takes to raise a family. Because again, throughout the series, I don't see Brad as a family man. I don't see Brad as the person who will stick through the disgusting part of a relationship, the hard part. I don't see Brad being that person. Brad is just good sex. I think that's just what it is. Guys, please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me all the thing, Brad or Cooper, who you pick. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Why haven't you subscribed? And share the video.